YouTube, what is going down, man? It's your boy Mo. Welcome back to the channel. Got another banger for y'all, another reaction. Back with the Jubilee. Jubilee? Is that how you say it? Jubilee? It is okay to have a preference of race. Interracial couples agree or disagree. I think it's hell yeah. It's okay to have a preference. Like that don't make you racist. You like what you like. Either some people like Spanish people, some people like white women or men. You know, just like people like peanut butter, and some people don't. That don't make you racist. It depends on what you like saying towards that person that make you racist. But as a relationship status, like what turns you on relationship wise, you're okay to have a preference. That doesn't make you racist. But let's see what they talking about. Make sure you like the video before it starts. Hit that subscribe button if you're new.
Freak stuff in the bedroom. If race sprinkles is put into that context, what do we think of that?
How would race be put into the bedroom?
Use your imagination.
My allergies fucking me up.
I have unintentionally been racist towards my partner. 3, 2.
No. Unintentionally been racist. What the fuck does that even mean?
1, go.
I've definitely been ignorant.
So
How are you unintentionally racist?
we were.
I wrote it down.
So we had an argument, and I was upset, and I had previously expressed how the stereotype or the stigma on angry black men or angry black women and how that makes me feel. And so we got into an argument. I was an angry black man, but in that moment of anger, he actually called me an angry black man, which
is like the worst thing to
made
say.
me go crazy because
them two was together?
that was like the one thing that I talked to him about. So, that was a really bad fight, and it never happened again.
I don't think that's. Y'all in a relationship, I don't think that's racist. That's more like joking around. I might get they was in an argument, but that's still like joking around.
Right. I feel like, I'm strongly disagree.
Unintentionally racist. That's crazy.
But I think as just a white person, I am just inherently ignorant. So I think I'm gonna move to somewhat agree. Dating a black man has completely opened my eyes more than I already thought they were open,
To be fair, you've never said anything that made me feel like, damn, she's racist,
I'm from the Bay, so
And that's different. Like it's different between like joking around, and then her saying she's a white woman, so she's ignorant, like she doesn't know things. That's different. That's still not being racist though.
it used to be in my vocabulary where I would
I
say
think they worded that question weird.
the N-word with the A. I would rap it. I would do just those things, but my slang in general would just tick her off. And then I became conscious of it, and I really liked her. Or I still do, of course. I love you. I started changing the way I speak. I feel like she should be over here too. She would do
That's dope. Change the way you speak. Stop saying the N-word and shit. That's dope. That's hard to do.
Asian accents.
The only time that I feel like I could be offending Asian people is when I'm mocking you when you're mocking your mother. So I only do the accent when he does it, making fun of his mom. Before
tough,
that, I
but-
never did that, so.
Okay, guys.
Again, I wouldn't call that racist. Like your man's Asian. I mean, you just making fun of him. Fuck it, they ain't racist.
We're gonna do something different.
I guess, I don't
This is
know.
called hot takes, and basically we let our audience submit hot takes and assumptions that they make about interracial relationships. They're really hot.
Oh boy.
Sex gets steamy since you are interracial.
But what are these questions?
This is eToro, the leading social trading platform.
Sex gets steamy because you're interracial. What the fuck does that have to do with it? The sex is fire, is fire. I don't care what the fuck race it is. Or if it's whack, it's whack. What that got to do with it?
I think it adds to.
I like the
appeal.
differences between us.
Yeah, definitely. There's not like any weird role play or anything like that. But yeah, definitely, makes it fun.
I will say, like, when I'm not with you, people will like be like, oh, like I know why you're with the black guy. And it's like, that's like super disrespectful because it's like, that's like definitely like on the line of like fetishizing like a race.
There's not many sexual stereotypes.
Okay, I get that. That's like stereotyping shit, but I'm pretty sure there's other. Oh, never mind.
Right, man. But like walking
Almost
down the
some wild
street,
shit.
especially dating an Asian woman, like I get looks from men all the time, and like, oh, like you know, right? And like people like actually like calling me out while I'm right next to her.
No, what? What is it about Asian women?
Relationships can be a fetish, and that's okay if it's love too.
It can be 100% be a fetish. I don't know about making the sex like steamy or whatever the fuck they said. It 100% be a fetish.
Even if you love the person, you just fetishizing that person is
feel like it
good at all.
devalues
Yeah, and
it.
you're devaluing the entire community in itself.
I think there's always room for growth, so I can understand if it starts as a fetish and then along, you know, the relationship, they actually fall in love with that person and they realize that, okay, it wasn't okay for me to initially just like you based off of that.
If it's between two consenting adults, the freak stuff in the bedroom, if race sprinkles is put into that context, what do we think of that? Like, it's just in the bedroom, or is it like possible to just keep it in the bedroom?
How would race be put?
It's like I thought you're gonna get into a relationship with somebody just off of their race. Like a relationship, you don't need to like them. I'm sure they want to have sex with them just off their race. That's different. Y'all just fucking.
Into the bedroom.
Use your imagination.
It doesn't even matter if you're consenting or not, it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Like you want to say that stuff, you want to do that stuff because of the stereotypes you have of those people. And that doesn't really sit right with me whatsoever.
Are they talking about relationships or are they talking about just hooking
I have
up?
always wanted mixed babies.
Everybody always says
3,
that.
2,
Whole mixed baby
1,
thing. That's weird.
Go.
At one point in my life, I kind of wanted.
I heard of girls literally just getting with light-skinned dudes just to have a mixed baby or a light-skinned baby or some shit. Weird as hell.
To have mixed babies with almost every race. I don't know if that's weird, but I just wanted. I'm real into genetics. I would like to see how my kids would turn out.
Hey, strongly on.
And
Every race. Jeez. As a mixed race person myself, you don't have a group of people to really be around. I mean, sometimes you connect with one side, sometimes you connect with another side, but for me, it sucked actually a lot. I've accepted myself. I'm black and proud. I love the fact that I have both of these cultures and I really don't care. I just have to teach my kids that because of your skin tone, you either gain privileges or lose privileges.
Like I've had people at work like
That's a
who
fact.
will be talking about ourselves and I'll show them a picture of Ivan and they'll be like, oh my God, I totally wanted black babies like when I was like
Yeah,
a
that's
teenager."
weird.
And it's just like, this isn't Build-A-Bear, like
Right.
this is a human, like
That's
So-
weird.
And I
Motherfuckers
actually
building a
have,
fucking 2K My Player and shit.
8-year-old mixed child. It's been very challenging, but I've had to stick it out because I want to be a good father and I care about my kid. So
This isn't Build-A-Bear, this is real life.
Like I got a mixed baby, but it wasn't because, oh my God, I want to make, like, it just happened. Like, those people that want it and look for it and search, that shit is weird.
And in my mind, I wanted to have kids that was exactly my skin tone or very close to it and look like me, because I am conceited as well. Where the hell I'm gonna find somebody to do that and it work out and they're just a perfect wife? I don't believe in that anymore.
It's funny because that was actually something we talked about when we first started dating. That became an insecurity of mine. I was like, so why are we dating? Because I cannot provide absolutely any of that for you. And so I understand, like I said, why he feels that way, why a lot of the black community feels that way. So I'm just glad that I'm accepted now in our relationship for that.
I sometimes feel like I betrayed my own race. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's a good question.
I definitely feel like that, man. I feel like, especially where I'm from, I
felt like I probably would have went to agree. I ain't gonna lie. Not that I just like I failed my own race, but
did my people a
I don't know, that's a
disservice
good
by
question.
playing into that stereotype and knowing what I stand
I mean,
for
my girl
now.
not white. She's Spanish.
It's
but
hard for me to feel like I'm gonna be taken serious in the future if I ever want to speak on controversial topics. My people won't respect what I say because like it doesn't add up, my views and stuff. And then I'm dating somebody outside of my race behind the scenes, I feel like I lose respect in a way.
Me growing up, like I was
Makes
never
sense.
always seen as black, whether it was because of how I looked or how I talked or my culture. But then when I get with someone who's not black, right, they're like, oh, you're betraying us. Oh, like I get comments literally in my DMs, be like, oh, Alex, you're
That's
not with
crazy.
us no more, right? And I'm
Get
like,
comments.
do you want me or do you not want me, you know? It doesn't bother me if you don't want me, and I understand it is what it is, but don't pick and choose and don't nitpick little things, right? If you want me to be part of your community, then accept me for who I am. Don't say that because I'm half, I don't get to participate in certain topics or certain discussions.
How could a God
I'm surprised
who
the
made
Asian
all this
dude didn't
beautiful
go
stuff
to
in the
agree.
world also make
'Cause I know they
things
usually
very
stick,
scary and evil?
like, they usually date within their race.
To another race has its benefits. 3, 2.
You mean linked,
1,
as in dating
go.
or being like multi?
I guess I feel like the word like linked kind of confused me
Yeah.
because I feel like experiencing another person's experience, like what their culture, like the way that they live, is definitely personally beneficial. But I think that like in terms of how others view me because I'm dating a white man, I don't find that beneficial. Like I feel like people might have like preconceptions about who I am because I'm an Asian person who's chosen to date a white man. Yeah, I had a question for, I guess, other people. Like, do you ever feel like being with a white person like
Like they didn't even answer the question that they was asked.
shield you from like discrimination, or like that they could like stand up for you in a certain context? Like if you were in like an altercation with the police or something, like would having a white person there, like
Sure,
right? It would be
in that
helpful.
sense, and that's
Being with a white person like could shield you from other person's experience, like what
I
their
didn't hear her
culture,
question
like
fully.
the way that they live, is definitely personally beneficial.
I was talking
but I
shit.
think that like in terms of how others view me because I'm dating a white man, I don't find that beneficial. Like I feel like people might have like preconceptions about who I am because I'm an Asian person who's chosen to date a white man. Yeah, I had a question for, I guess, other people. Like, do you ever feel like being with a white person like could shield you from like discrimination, or like that they could like stand up for you in a certain context? Like if you were in like an altercation with the police or something, like would having a white person there, like
sure.
right?
Yeah,
in
shit'll
that
help.
sense, and that's
It'll help. They still gonna fuck with you. They gonna wait till they see you without that person.
what I kind of thought of when I heard the question and I was listening to you. It's just like, I don't know, even a customer service experience. I don't know, just random experiences where the person on the other side might judge me based on me being black, but versus someone else calling, or him calling, and it's a whole different experience. So they might treat
Yeah, it's true.
us individuals differently. So there might be a whole different experience based on just that.
I feel like an outsider with my partner's family.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm sorry, Grace. In our lives, especially today, recently, politics plays such a huge part in it. And because you come from a conservative household, that's different from where I come from.
I know they are literally like the complete opposites.
And it does make me a little bit uncomfortable to know that I'm gonna be meeting people and have to have close relationships with them, and they don't value what I feel like I value in my life.
He's actually the first black man I have ever dated, and the only person of color within like my family, just in of itself. And so
That's kind of scary. I'd be scared as hell to go to her crib. I ain't gonna lie. What do you think her parents think, or her grandparents, or the older people in her family? Because the older people, that's just how they grew up, bro. Some of them was racist. Like it ain't like when you that old, that back in the day type shit. Like that's just how life was.
certain members of my family with the same political values as us like had to kind of
Me and my girl, I'm black, she's Spanish, but we grew up pretty like the same shit. We both grew up in the hood type shit. Like it's pretty similar. It's not really that different.
We support you with whoever you date. Like, we're here for you. So it was interesting to kind of see the different sides of my family members that I didn't necessarily know.
When I met her father for the first time, we were walking to get food, and we saw the Ronald Reagan.
This nigga look like The Rock, bro.
Or something like that. And he's
Like
like,
a young ass
oh,
version
yeah, I
of The
love
Rock.
Ronald Reagan, right? And you
Now seen that I got posted the picture of The Rock when I'm gonna post a picture. He look like that nigga, just with long hair.
can have your own personal opinions on presidents, but Ronald Reagan was like, he's like the main reason why black people are incarcerated. He's not a very good person to black people. So I was just kind of cracking up about that, and I was kind of awkward, and I know you kind of bit your tongue on that as well.
Yeah, it's hard to not say anything.
But I was thinking about saying something to maybe like be like, oh, I don't know about that, but I didn't want to like argue with your father on the very first day that I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd been raps for you.
Yeah. I don't know if I can exactly truly connect with him because of that. He's a very nice person, obviously, and he makes me feel comfortable, but at the same time I have to recognize who I am as a person.
I would say I somewhat agree because with my partner's family there's a language barrier. So I guess it's my responsibility now.
Bro, I used to date a fucking an Egyptian girl. Her mom spoke no English at all. Mad weird, mad awkward. Like, it was just very, very weird.
We try to learn the language, but sometimes when we're together, they're talking, I have no idea what's going on.
I'm not Egyptian,
so
she spoke Arabic.
I think that's a bit of why I feel like an outsider, but other than that, I feel welcomed.
I wish we were the same race. 3,
What's the point of that?
2, 1.
They all better say disagree.
I'll start. I feel like that would just be the default easiest way to navigate through life.
Go be with somebody else.
But
If you want to change somebody, then go be with somebody else. The fuck? Pretty sure you find somebody in your race that you fuck with. Like, that's weird. That's weird.
Obviously, growth happens when you're in interracial relationships. But yeah, that's kind of why I chose somewhat agree.
Yeah, I guess it, like you were saying, like I just feel like it would be easier in some aspects, and then for me, just like being mixed race, I have felt very like disconnected from my culture, so I feel like dating someone who was like Chilean or who was Korean would help me. But I also agree, like obviously if you weren't white, you wouldn't be like you. And
Yeah,
so
that's what I was saying.
I don't like wish that, and
The benefits outweigh like what I gain. It kind of sounds weird coming out because it's like, what do you guys get out of dating white people? But like, white people, I feel like we learn a lot.
I think it's interesting that everybody's saying that they feel it's easier, because I feel like it will be more difficult, me having a black man and raising a black family, that it would be more difficult if I was maybe with someone who was white, who could probably have benefits in other ways. I'm grateful for my husband.
I don't really get what she was saying.
I love being with him. And I think there's a lot of benefits, just culturally.
Oh, benefits of having, okay.
That is officially a wrap.
That was it? I think they could have did better with some of those questions. Some of those questions, I don't know.
And then we also got you some really cute merch.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Empathy?
Ooh, I don't like this. I know you don't wear beanies, huh?
I don't know, some of those questions was weird, but comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Comment other video ideas you want me to react to. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.